I feel like in games, there is nothing more satisfying than finding new things, and sometimes even discovering things that nobody has ever seen or found before. Like, if you always wanted to be Indiana Jones, if you always wanted to be an archaeologist, you can be one in any game, if you want to. And since I do not only like discovering things about lore or thinking about games or like overthinking them, I wanted to present you about 10 curiosities or more I found in Rapture during my adventures there. And I hope you enjoy my discoveries. Some of them are quite mundane, but some of them are really exciting, and I discovered them through off-camera gaming. I don't even know if it's a genre, but I really enjoy doing it, so without further ado, I want to dive in about 10 curiosities I found in Rapture. Let's go! Tiny whale. One of the first things I immediately discovered was the tiny whale, or rather, the discovery that the whale we see in the beginning, that we can also see in the museum, is so tiny. Like, it's really small. Like, look at the boy. He's so small. I love tiny whale. I was super excited when he was there, and yeah, he's just so tiny. Just look at him, man. So much love. I feel like this is one of the coolest discoveries I made while playing this game, and Tiny Whale was always with me. He even accompanied me through the final boss fight, and I will forever love Tiny Whale. He's so cute and so small. I love you forever, and I hope the Tiny Whale also brings you a lot more joy when you find him now in the game, because you just know that Tiny Whale is really small. Crab. Another funny thing I discovered was the crab that died from shock. Like in the first BioShock game, we can find Anna Culpepper in the apartment, and through an audio diary, it is revealed that she was murdered. And I always imagined that the crab found her in the bathtub and just died from shock. And I even managed to get a closer look at the crab by using my off-camera tool. It was so funny. I don't know, it's random, but I love this. Poor crab. That day we lost one of the great ones. We lost a wonderful crab. Maybe he had a family, and now he's in that bathtub forever. Or maybe they wanted to get rid of the crab because he was a witness. But I don't want to speculate too much. I might get myself into trouble, you know? Dogs. One of the things that struck me throughout the games, and I still think about today, are the dogs of Rapture. I know it's a heartbreaking subject, or maybe not that heartbreaking, but nobody really knows what happened to the dogs of Rapture. What happened to the guys? Like, there must have been dogs in Rapture, because we can find advertisement for them and for food, and we can even see small scribbles and doodles of dogs. Like, dogs had to be part of Rapture. And in like BioShock 1, there's even a puppy dying because the protagonist kills him, but he actually doesn't want to. It's very complicated. You have to play the game, really. It's hard to explain. And even there is a puppy, so what happened to the dogs of Rapture? I don't even know. I feel like I remember that I could hear them bark at some apartments, like some of them might have even been there, or I don't know. We can see the remains of cats, and so dogs must have been a part of Rapture. It's the only logical conclusion, you know? But what happened to the dogs? Like, where did they go? Honestly, my personal theory is that the dogs just realized that Rapture is not a place for a dog or anyone, so they just swam to the surface. This is my truth. This is what I chose to believe. And I will die on that hill. If you have a better answer, just write in the comments. I will read them, for sure. Speaking of dogs, there was also cat food all over Rapture because they had a lot of cats, and I think a lot of the cats might have starved because the people there were hungry and they just ate the cat food. Like, we can even see them in some scenes, like eating the cat food. It's really, like, it's weird, but what can you do if you're hungry? The interesting thing is that on the cat food, there's the complete recipe on them. And in the end it says, included on the label is a warning which says, caution, may contain peanut or peanut products. Some cats do not like peanuts and may cause your cat to become extra fussy. If a cat becomes fussy, induce vomiting until peanut butter hair pull is removed, or else call a veterinarian. And presumably this is like clowning on some labels, like stating that there might be peanut in them. I've seen that a lot, labels, and I think it's kind of funny, you know? So yeah, be wary of what you feed your cats. And don't eat your cat's cat food. Your cat needs this to live. Because living beings need nutrition to live. In case you didn't know, now you know. The book. Throughout the game, there is a book that we can often encounter. I took a very close look at the book, and the text appears to be French. From what I could decipher, it appears to mean the following. Third, indulgences can only be earned in the church. The church or chapel where the confraternity is canonically located or was erected. The renderings of the defiant associates continue to the prayers of the arch confraternity. Fourth, conditions of admission and participation in the arch confraternity are as follows. Given that the text is next to something that resembles a biology illustration, I suppose it's meant to be ironic. Or it's a deep criticism how faith and science are both trying to explain something that cannot really be fully explained, or something like this. The book was extremely popular all over Rapture. Interestingly, even Sophia seemed to study it in her free time. What can I say? It tastes are different. Weird big daddies. I really like how they have these magnificent, respectfully looking signature figures, and they're just called big daddies. And I feel like for this naming, there is no in between. Like, imagine if they were called big fathers or like big papas. Oh no, there's a big papa coming, oh my god. Ah, this is my big father. He's actually, I don't even know, there's no in between. I think daddy was like the best phrasing for it. I just think it's beautiful. But I also think it would have been hilarious if they would have been named Big Papa. Like, oh no, there's a Big Papa coming for me, oh no! Oh, that would be so funny. They are the big papas of my heart. And what I really enjoyed about the games were when the big daddies were actually kind of goofy, you know? And here, for example, we have a guy that is just like, they were originally used for cleaning and doing repair works. And this guy here, he's really not gonna deal with everything. He's just gonna do his job, and as soon as someone is just looking at him, he's gone. He's away. He just doesn't want to work anymore. Like, this is a really extreme way of taking a day off by just disappearing, like, into nowhere. And I think we can all learn from that, actually. The next guy I'm gonna show you is doing quite like the opposite. He just keeps walking. He just keeps going. No matter what's happening, this guy is just not giving up. And honestly, at first I thought it was kind of silly, but actually, this is the way to go. This is how you do things. You just do not give up. You keep on walking. Just keep on walking, my friend. I support you. You can do this. The life ring. One of the things I really still laugh about are like the not working life rings. Like at the beginning of BioShock 2, there's this pool and there's this life ring at the side, and I put it into water and it's just not floating. And I don't even know if that is a mistake for real. Like, what if they just put them there as decoration so people would feel more safe, but actually the life rings are not working? Or they didn't make them work on purpose so people could not, like, escape Rapture with life rings? Or I don't even know. I think it's so funny because it's also fitting if they have, like, life rings and they're not actually working. Like, they really do not give a damn about protecting their citizens anyway. And that was just like, they put these life rings there and they look pretty and they do nothing actually. it's really accurate for Rapture. Butterflies. So this is one of my favorite things I discovered in BioShock 2. It's that the butterflies, they're actually indestructible. They're the strongest thing in Rapture. I cannot kill these butterflies. I can kill a Big Daddy, but I cannot harm these butterflies. They're just made of steel or whatever. These guys are true beasts. They're called the blue morpho, and I found this trivia about the morpho butterflies. It's that they can actually taste with their feet. So if they touch something with their feet, they can actually understand whether this particular object contains food or whether it's suitable for other purposes, such as taking a rest or laying eggs. Also, the morpho butterflies are poisonous to eat. I know, you were thinking these guys are very tasty, but they're actually poisonous. Sorry. And sometimes they even feed on decomposing animals. They really take no prisoners. They have very unusual food sources at times. And I was like, oh, butterflies, they just eat nice flowers and they feed on fruit. But no, the blue morpho will also feed on your dead remains when it's hungry. I just wanted to let you know. Funny cat. This is not really a secret or anything, but in BioShock 2 there's this cat. Like, BioShock 1 has a lot of cats, but BioShock 2 has the one and only Schrödinger. And Schrödinger is in an art gallery. He's there enjoying the art, and he's frozen and he's caught in the act because he's just trying to relieve himself. And now he's forever frozen there. As a reminder that you should not relieve yourself in places of culture, and he will be forever there. And what can I say? I really love Schrödinger. He's really funny. He's very cute. He's doing his business, and he was just a guy trying to live his best life. But in all seriousness, do not do that in an art gallery, please. I will forgive Schrödinger because he's very cute. But if you're human, you're not going to be forgiven for that, okay? At least not that easy. Art is debatable, but you know, this is not. That's all I'm going to say. Head away. In the Rhine amusement park, they have like one of my favorite citizens because he's very shy. Or I don't even know, I tried to take a closer look at the guy, and when I tried, he was just like, I don't know, he was just not having it. He was not having being looked at closely, so he just went away. He didn't even say goodbye, he gave me the Irish goodbye and just went away. Or maybe trying to start a conversation with him was just the final straw. Like everything else that was going on in Rapture was fine actually, but another person trying to talk to him? Oh, the nerve, really, he was not having it. Small talk is very uncomfortable for many people, but I think for this guy in particular. Sinclair gone. The next person on my list also couldn't even wait to get away, because like when we meet Sinclair for the first time in person, he's just he's talking through the window to us, and he's just casually appearing. And this is absolutely not me trying to shoot him or trying to see if I can actually kill him. We're friends actually. And if we follow him through the train, he's absolutely taking the short way out. Sinclair always knew how to get out of Rapture, he just didn't show us the way. You know, the guy was always putting up an act of being trapped in this goddamn city, but he actually had an easy way out. Why did he do this to us? Sinclair, I thought you were my friend. You were my only friend in this goddamn city. You were my only friend. And just, man, really. Very disappointing actually, very disappointing. Why can I not have friends in Rapture, really? Why not? I don't even care, you know? I don't care. I just want one guy to be my friend. It's not gonna happen, you know? It's just not gonna happen. Saying no. But you know, there's this one guy on my list I really do not want to be my friend. And even if it happened, it's not gonna happen, you know? And that's because that person is Stanley Poole. And nobody likes the guy, let's be honest. I didn't kill him, it's fine. He can live his best life. But I tried to test what would happen if I would try killing him at a point where it's not supposed to be. and I shot the guy, and he was absolutely not having it. He was having none of it. He just didn't die. Like, this man refused. I killed him, and he just refused to die. What can I say? Hopefully I can do the same thing someday. Another funny thing I noticed, like, Stanley Poole is a journalist, and he never even blinks. That guy doesn't really want to miss a good story, you know? He's just looking. He's always looking for the next big thing to publish. So this is what it takes. And he still wasn't very good at his job. That's sad, actually. But anyway, the ball. This is the final thing on my list. And my list is still totally 10 things, just as I told you guys. But this is probably the discovery that made me the happiest, because at the end of BioShock 2, there's this ball that is thrown into the corridor, and I always thought, like, this is just they animated the ball and made it fly through the corridor, but actually they put in a little girl that is running away. And there's actually no way you can catch this without using some kind of off-camera tool, but I really like that they added this and that I can find this. This is so nice. It made me really happy. I was so excited. This is one of the coolest things I found in the game, and I hope to discover more of these incredible things while playing off-camera games. I just love these kind of details that you never notice in a normal playthrough, but that you're able to discover when you're using off-camera tools, for example. Just this needlessly added detail that just makes everything just so, I don't know, more lively. And this is why I like this so much, because you can discover so many things. And I hope you're with me in this journey of discovering new things and exciting things in games that you've never seen before. So yeah, that was it for my video. Thank you very much for joining me today and listening to my discoveries. Sometimes even tiny things can bring us joy. And with that said, I wish you the best, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye!